Uh, they got when do they play? I think they play Michigan State tonight,
They
right?
got Michigan State tonight, and they got Michigan Saturday.
Saturday, right, right.
All right, we ready. Why are you talking so low? That's you, Derek. I can't. Well, Sam has this damn thing up so high, I have to turn it down. Yeah, you're much better now.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Derek Laughlin on the other side of the glass doing his thing. And we got Big Sweet looking cool, suave, and debonair. On the West Coast, baby. On the West Coast. Look at you.
California love. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, y'all gotta give me a theme song, man, like California Love or something.
Don't worry, we're gonna get you that. Let's see what I want to say about today. Today was was in the 30s today. It wasn't sub-zero, baby. I ain't got my long johns on. I'm cool.
That's a heat wave, man. Is it sunny?
It is. Oh, it ain't been sunny. It ain't been sunny.
Okay. That's the differentiator is the sun. You know, if the sun's out, it makes you feel a little bit more better about.
It was out yesterday. That's why everybody was feeling good.
All right,
walking the dog. Everybody. It was 40. I told you it was 41, 38. It was everybody. You thought it was a heat wave. The way everybody was outside.
Here's
no hats on or nothing. Gloves. They ain't had no gloves on. Ain't nobody do nothing.
Here's been kind of misty, cloudy, 65-ish.
I'll take that.
The past couple 3 days. Yeah, misty, cloudy.
We about.
I'll take that too. Yeah, man.
I think the freeze is going away. I don't want to be. I'm knocking on this wood on my head. Knocking on my head right now. I'm hoping it's moving away because they say the next is going to be 40s. It's going to be 30s. It's going to be 30s and 40s. 40s this weekend. 40s this weekend. But rest of the week we're going to be in the 30s. So I'm happy about this, Big Sweet. Maybe.
Well, I hope so, man. Because I tell you, in the next 10 days or so, I'll be back at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. So I'm hoping they're warmed up by then.
I hope we get warmed up then too. I want to get warm because I want to get. We went that Sub-Zero. I don't feel like I've been working out. I've been going 3 miles. But I mean, me. I'm trying to do 5 miles. Get that 5 miles in. And
I hear you, brother.
Just ain't that good, man. And I feel kind of bloated. I'm fat, man. I'm not feeling my workout. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, man. This foot injury, man, that I've had, it's limited me. The past year and a half, 2 years to just doing basic stuff, man. I'm too active to just sit around and do basic stuff. So I can't. I'm about 99.9% healed, and man, I'm gonna be careful when I go back to the combine because I don't want any setbacks or anything. So I'm gonna be careful. I'm not gonna walk all over the place because you can do a lot of walking at the combine between the stadium workouts and the hotels.
Why don't you go where they got the radio? They got the radio hall lobby, and you go on over there and sit down and interview some guys. We come on live. We talk to some players. We get some guys. I mean,
I can do that. Let me work that out.
Grab some of your friends and bring them over so we can ask them questions about certain players and different things like that. I mean, we could talk about the UCLA players. I don't know how many going. I got 8 going from Michigan. I got 8 going from Michigan.
You got 8 going to the combine?
I think we do. It's a small number.
That's a good run. That's a good run.
Small number. I'm used to having them go. We used to packing them in there, but not this year. No.
Well, 8's not bad though. 8 guys at the combine.
Big Sweet, anything is good. You know what I'm saying? Anything is good. Okay, we got 8 Spartans. We got 8 Wolverines. They got 2 Spartans, and they got a Bronco going to the bottom.
See, back in the day, there wasn't one combine. There was several. I don't know if it had changed by the time you came along, but I had to go about 5 different combines. There were the Jets had their own, the Chiefs had their own. Who else? It was 2 other teams that had their own, and then there was one
Then
kind
y'all
of
got
very
smart.
small.
Then the NFL got smart. That's when the big, they come together. You used to do things separate, but then it's like the soft drink. Remember, everybody was drinking Pepsi, Coke, and everything else, Mountain Dew, all kinds of things. And then the NFL said, we got this. Don't, except for Jerry Jones got in the way. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying. You unified, like everybody wore Nike, remember? If you were a player, you ain't wear Nike. But I mean, I'm just saying, everybody wore Nike or Adidas,
Reebok,
or Pony, Reebok. Remember that? Remember Pony?
Yeah. I tell you, what I remember about these combines, we went to, there was a combine, the Jets had their own private combine. So all the SC and UCLA guys, we were all on one plane. It was about 10, 12 of us, Ronnie Lott and all of us. We went to the Jets. When we got to the Jets, when we landed, there was a bus waiting for us, and there was a limo waiting on Freeman McNeil. We said, we know they got the 3rd pick in the draft. We know where you're going, Freeman. And that's exactly what happened. Freeman went the 3rd pick in the draft to the Jets. But when we got off the plane out the airport, there was a bus for us, and there was a limo waiting on Freeman. We said, what? So
wow.
we knew where Freeman was getting drafted.
Well, they needed a big deal. That's their big deal. That's when you drafting for the fans. That's what you did. The Jets always drafting for the fans. That's the problem. They don't know what they really need. That's why. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that organization. There's some bad organizations, and that's one of the worst.
And then there's the Jets.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's some bad organization. Then there's some Jets. Then there's the Jets.
Exactly. Then there's the Jets. So let me get to this and get to this right here real quick. So Isaiah Stewart, we were talking before we go any forward. There was a fight 2 nights ago in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Pistons and the Bobcats, or whatever they use. The Hornets. And the altercation on Monday night, forward Isaiah Stewart received a 7-game suspension for coming off the bench and helping out his boy, Big Duren, Jalen Duren. He came out there. Neil Baadute, my boy, he's a Michigan guy, and him and Jalen got into a little squab. He got in his face, and you don't get in my face. Not with Duren. Duren's a big fella now. He's a big boy, and he ain't gonna let you get in his face. So he pushed him in the face, and then all I know is they start going after one another. Then guys start coming off the bench. It got into I don't want to say a melee, but it damn near got into a melee.
It wasn't Malice at the Palace type, was it?
No. Well, like I said, they came off the bench and everybody's grabbing everybody, trying to stop everybody from fighting. But it just, can you help it? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. If it would have just been 2 guys, but it just happened. The aggressions got up. And you know what? The Pistons, I'm going to say this. The Hornets came to play. Pistons weren't expecting that kind of reaction when they were playing. The game got into it. They got physical in the game. And then the 2 guys got into the fight.
But what I saw, it looks like the Charlotte guy was he had lost it, where no one could calm him down. He went back at him 2 or 3 different times.
You're not lying. Musa has a temper. I'm gonna tell you what. When Musa gets to that level, nobody ain't stopping him. He's got to go through it, and they couldn't hold him down. So that's tempers, angers. You just going over there and stay on the bench and keep your money. I mean, there ain't no need to
Yeah.
run out there. And that's what Miles Bridges did because, I mean, they thought Musa was going to try to sucker punch him. So, I mean, you know,
Right.
because he had his back turned. And then Stewart ran out there defending his teammate. Isaiah Stewart came out to defend his teammate, and he came off
Right.
the bench throwing, I mean, body shots.
Now, you know, as a former pro,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, how can I say this? You know, sometimes you kind of like that, or you kind of want, you kind of want your little gusper to go on. You know what I mean?
I'm going to say this. People in Detroit are happy because that's the bad boys. That's what we call the bad boy era.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everybody loves that, and they love that history. And Eric just informed me thank you, Eric. Musa Diabetes and Dern, they got beef all the way back to high school. Got beef all the way back to high school. So
okay.
I mean, I guess we got it. I mean, if that go all the way back there, woo.
Yeah. Now that at some point in time, I hear you, but I guess what I'm trying to say, every now and then, you kind of like to see a little squabble.
I don't mind in Detroit. You don't mind. Wait a minute, the fans don't mind a little hand throwing. You know what I'm saying?
Mixing it up a little bit.
But the league, it makes the league look bad. League's and they acting quickly. They getting in quick, and they coming at you real quick. You know what I'm saying?
They don't want that era to come back. They don't want that kind of era to come back.
That can't exist anymore. And you know exactly they ejected everybody that were in the fight and everything like that. And everybody was waiting for the hammer to come down, and the hammer came down today. That's what you're seeing. That's what you're hearing. That's what's going down.
So let me ask you this: have you ever gotten into it with one of your teammates on the sideline or anything? Did you ever do that?
I can't tell you. I'm not going to tell you the teammate that I was in Michigan. Yes,
right.
And everybody probably knows who I got into it with, but I got into it. But it happened.
Right.
But what's his name? Andre Waters. Everybody got into it. Andre Waters. Remember Muddy Waters?
Muddy. Oh, do I know? Muddy was a bad boy, man. Muddy used to fight everybody.
Take cheap shots like a mud. Hey, him and Doug used to get into it too. I'm like, whoa.
I'm trying to think. I tried to play with a chip on my shoulder. And one time I got into it with my old line coach, man. I got into it with him. And
wait a minute, you got into it. Wait a minute, you didn't get into it. You got into a yelling, not a hand.
Yeah, no, I didn't punch him or nothing. But yeah, it was a yelling. I had a bad snap. I had it was a shotgun snap that was low, and it didn't cause a fumble, but it was low. So I came to the sideline. And man, he let me have it, and I said, "Man, if you don't get out of my face right now, I had a low snap. I didn't say it that kindly, but let me give you another story though. The great Don Shula, I had to learn this when I got to the Dolphins. Don Shula would fuss at you, wanting you to fuss back, to test your whatever. Now you're talking about old school coaching, man. I swear. I had just gotten there, and I think I told you this story before. I just gotten there, and man, I kind of pulled a calf muscle, and man, I look up at Don Shula's in my face, letting me have it, and I said, man, I had just gotten there, and I got back with him. I said, you leave me, kind of thing, and then Dwight Stevenson comes over to me and says, man, he really likes you. I said, what the hell are you talking about? He said, no, Larry, that's what he does. He wants to see if you got any fire in you, or if you will get back with him at all, or if you're going to mouse out or whatever. He wants that interaction. I said, well, okay, I guess I passed the test then. But that's the difference in that old school coaching, those guys would do that some of these guys can't take today. But yeah, man, I wasn't a mess starter or anything, but I would defend myself.
Oh yeah, hey, if you did the right thing, you get back at them. You're a grown man too.
Right.
You ain't gonna yell at me like I'm some kid. Like I'm at Michigan. You ain't gonna yell at me like I got yelled at in Michigan. I ain't that kid no more. I know it.
Right.
I'm a grown ass man. I ain't gonna let you treat me that way.
That's right. Now going up. Now I did have a chip on my shoulder against the other team though.
Sure
against during the game. Yeah.
Right.
I would talk mess to the other. I remember I got kicked out of a game. We were playing the Packers and I threw a punch, man, and hit the D lineman and man, they threw me out the game. I was in the locker. I was in the locker room.
Did you get fined?
I got fined
for getting thrown out the game.
I got fined, man. What it was, I was going out. I was going against, I forget his name, a D lineman for the Packers. And I cut his legs, and he didn't like, D lineman didn't like that, man. So he jumping all in my face and everything, and I swung on him, and then I swung like 3 other times, and the third time I hit the ref. The ref walked into the huddle, and he caught the blow, and man, I knocked out a tooth on the ref. Huh?
You knocked the referee out?
I knocked the referee out, man. It was accidentally though. I wasn't. The punch wasn't aimed at the ref. It was aimed at the guy.
They threw that flag on you. They want to throw the whole stadium on you. You punch referee.
And then the ref happened to be right. He jumped in right at the time I was throwing the punch, and man, it knocked out a tooth, and he fell on the ground.
Larry, you just went out. You just went out. I'm sorry. I'm missing the story. I missed a lot of it, Larry. You went out.
I'm in the like. Oh, am I back?
Yeah, you're back now.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm in the locker room. I shower up. The game's over. The team comes in the locker room, and when they walk in the locker room, they're all going, Ali, Ali, Ali. Oh man. Good. But yeah, man, every now and then I think it's kind of good to see people mixing it up. I mean, don't lose control like that fight and like the Malice at the Palace and all that kind of stuff. But man, I think a little tipper swapping every now and then is good for sports,
Oh, it's good. I mean, as long as you got to keep control. It's got to be a controlled anger. A controlled anger, because we all looking for it. Why am I doing battle against this guy? Why do I hate them? You make things up in your head all the time. I used to have to make it up just because I hate. Why do I hate them? I hate the Giants because I had to hate them. We can't get them. We got to get these damn Giants and everything like that. Hated the Eagles because they wore green. Because they look like Michigan State. That was in my head. You know what I'm saying? I hate the Cowboys because the good guy wear the stars. So I'll get you.
That's funny, man. Right. I remember.
Yeah.
At UCLA, we played what was it, Minnesota, and they had the same colors as SC. So man, we was hating them just because they had the same color.
Right. You gotta find that. Find that inner anger for that violence. You gotta get up for it. Everybody just thinks you just love the game, right? I need to get my anger going. I need to give a reason.
You know what I did? I fasted. I wouldn't eat so that I didn't eat pregame meal. I didn't eat breakfast or nothing.
You was hangry.
I was hungry and angry, man. I went into the game angry because I was hungry. I didn't eat breakfast or nothing, man. I was like, I'm not eating. And then about game time, I don't know if that was smart according to all the scientific stuff now, because you need that food.
I mean, at halftime, you get them oranges, Snickers. What else did we had all kinds of stuff in there. I mean, they had all the things that you can eat, I mean, You could fill up on that.
But I didn't like to eat before a game because I just wanted to be light and mean and angry, mad and mad.
Yeah, that's how you got to find it. You got to find it within you. When we played the Giants, I get mad at my brother Joe. Never talk to him. I don't even talk to him before the game.
Oh, that's right.
I don't go over and see him. I don't say I'm mad at you, man.
That's right. You had to cross over with your brother. How many times did y'all cross over like that or play against?
It was 3 years with the Redskins. 6 or 8 times. Yeah. So I'm in the playoffs.
Okay. That's right. I didn't put 2 and 2 together in my head. Yeah, you'd have to see your brother. Yeah.
It's okay, but it was good. It was good. It was great to see him, and always good. We had to go, and then after the game, we got a chance to, he won. Let's just say he won the tally of all when we faced each other. So.
Oh, okay. That's like when you like your teammate from Michigan or my teammate from UCLA. Mm-hmm. Now you're in the pros and you got to play against them. My example is, our all-world linebacker Jerry Robinson back in the day. Consensus All-American was at the Eagles, and we played the Eagles when I was at the Lions. Now I got to go against Jerry. Man, I tried my best to put Jerry on his back each and every play. And my nickname in college at UCLA was Mook. He said, "Come on, Mook, what you trying to do, man? Mook, what?" I said, "Jerry, man, I'll talk to you after the game. Mook, you trying to hurt me, Mook?" I said, "No, man, no, come on, man, but oh yeah, Todd Bell was the same way. I grew up with Todd, loved Todd, but when he was with the Bears and I was with the Lions, man, I tried to put Todd on his back every time I had a chance." That's the bigger rivalry when your college teammate is on another team in the pros, right. Man. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's when you go after it,
No, that's when, that's exactly right. When you got your other teammate on the other side, you still think about the good old days and everything. I'm like, dude, you hit me again like that, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
That was me and Ken Easley, man. Every time we played Seattle, I had to go against Kenny. Kenny was a safety and I was a lineman. And sometimes I pull around that corner and Kenny come up on force. Well, we're going to collide because I know what kind of guy he is, and I'm that kind of guy too. So we're going to collide. And we have the whole game. And all right, you got me on that one. And,
No, I get it.
I do like that. I think the fans.
Oh, we're gonna fix Larry's
that mic'd up stuff, so the fans can actually hear it. Is it messing up again?
We're gonna try to fix that.
Is it messing up again? Am I back?
Larry, we missed a lot of that, just your last thing, but we'll catch up. We're gonna go to a break.
Call back.
Call back after the break, and we're gonna on the other side. We got who did I say? Zach Shaw from 24/7 Sports as well as CBS Sports. We're gonna have him on, and we'll talk to him about the game tonight and all the things that are happening at the University of Michigan in the athletic department, because we got a lot going on. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. Thank you. Okay. That weather should be showing. Yeah, we got a warm coming in. The next 6 to 10 days, we got a warming coming. I don't know what that means. Lamar Morgan is off to Oklahoma. I don't know. Are you playing Izzo? Because do I hear Izzo? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. don't know. Maybe they're going to change it sometime, and maybe we'll get an opportunity. Oh my God. Miz just cracks me up with that shit, boy. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, maybe we'll just play the ball.
Have a full conversation with him, yeah.
Okay. Anybody y'all want to know this? Conferences. By conference. I'm saying by conference. SEC has 114 players going to the combines, followed by the Big Ten with 84, followed by the ACC with 50, followed by the Big 12 with 45. Notre Dame has 6. The FCS has got 5. The MAC has 5. The AAC has 4. The Mountain West has 3. Connecticut has 2. And the Sun Belt has 1. So that's the number of people that are coming. Larry, just want to let you know.
What was the Big Ten?
The Big Ten has 84. The SEC has 114.
Okay. All right.
Players going to the combine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure that out.
I'll line up. I'll line up some guys to get with us next week or when I'm there.
Schools that have the most coming to the combines. You got 13 coming from Texas A&M. You got 12 coming from Alabama. You got 11 from LSU and Ohio State. You got 10 from Georgia, Miami, Oklahoma. You got 9 from Clemson, Florida, Indiana, Iowa, Oregon, Penn State. You got 8 coming from Michigan and Texas Tech. You got 7 coming from Texas and USC. You got 6, Arkansas, Auburn, Kentucky, Missouri, Notre Dame, and Tennessee. I'll send all this to you next week. Don't worry. I'm sending it anyway.
I saw the one you sent, the best student life or something. SC was number 1.
Exactly. I'm just giving it to you, man. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just telling you what's up. Wins and losses. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it looked like UCLA was ranked 3rd, if I looked at it right. If I remember.
Yes. UCLA was right there. I love Zach Shaw. He's a good man.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris. You got Derek Laughlin on the other side, working the 1s and 2s. Larry Lee is on the West Coast. And joining us is Zach Shaw from 24/7 Sports as well as CBS Sports. Zach, how you doing today, bro?
I'm good, JMO. I feel like it's been a few weeks. I feel like the last time I was on, I was doing a spot-on impersonation of
you did. You did a great.
That's right. Yeah,
that's what Big Sweet said that, and Miz said the same thing. And you did a great job, Zach. I didn't hold you out. We've been working, trying to work the days out. So you couldn't do last week. You couldn't do last week's, and so it won't happen again, bro. I'll tell you that. It won't happen again.
Hey, it's all good. I was building up to a joke where I said maybe you were a little afraid of how well I did, that I could come in and
you could come in and be me. Well, we gave you an opportunity. We told you when we was going to let you do it anyway. So yeah, you did do a great job because I listened. What?
He was in key too. He had the right key, the right note, the right tone, and everything. Man, he was on it.
Hey, I don't put anything past Zach. I'll tell you that right now. I know he's been working on it. He probably studied the tone and everything, and then he hit it. He hit it like he should have. I give him that credit. He is a talented young man. I just want you to know. That being said, Zach, look, yesterday, question of the day. Do you take Michigan and Arizona, or do you take the field? Who? And I went with Michigan and Arizona, Zach. I feel that confident right now.
Yeah, I think that's I instinctively almost always take the field when people ask those questions, because all sorts of crazy stuff happens, and there's a lot of talented teams that, you know, maybe they have a couple more losses because they were figuring themselves out because they had so many new pieces. But
Sure.
You know, I've seen Florida lately, St. John's lately. So instinctively, I take the field. But I'll tell you what, James. I mean, these two teams, you know, it's not like they're just skating by on these fraudulent 22-1 records or whatever Arizona's is. I think it's the same essentially.
Yeah, it's
they've
pretty much
some
the same.
good teams. They've
Yep.
won in tough environments, and yeah, can one of them go 6-0 in the NCAA tournament, where, you know, if you end up closing out the 1 seed, you know, you're probably going to get the first 2 games are going to be decently easy. So you're really talking about, can you be the best team on the court for 2 weekends in a row? And I think they both can. I might have a different answer by March 8th.
No, I mean, it's in pencil. I get it right now. I'm just looking at teams that are playing right now. And right now in the Big Ten alone, there's a tier, and right now it was Illinois and Michigan. Illinois just dropped out. They just dropped to another the second level. Now Michigan's in there by themselves in that tier, because Illinois went up, had a great game against Michigan State. But if you want to look at, because Illinois and Michigan hasn't played yet, if you want to look at comparisons, it's Michigan State in East Lansing. Both teams played in East Lansing, and it seemed like Michigan took the bull by the horn, and they got it done. And they went and they did what they had to do. With that being said, Michigan didn't rest on its laurels, because I thought Penn State would be tough, because the way they performed at East Lansing, man, we got this. We got this. No, they kept it. They kept it going, Zach. They rolled Penn State. I mean, rolled them. And so I think this team, they figured it out. I think the loss to Wisconsin has helped them. Dusty kept telling them. And now finally they believe what Dusty telling them.
Yeah. I mean, I think a big thing too, you know, to your point about maybe not necessarily not listening to the coaches, but, you know, understanding what they need to do. They're rebounding these last 6 games. They have out-rebounded their opponents by 13 rebounds per game.
Right.
I mean, that's insane for 6 games in a row. And before that, they were good too, just because, you know, they're big and tall and they're athletic. But it was more like a +8 per game. And lately it's been I think it was 12.8. So basically +13 in rebounding per game these last 6 games. So that's a different level of effort. You know, I someone like Jaxel Lendeborg, who's had a great season. I'm not trying to take anything away, but when we talked to Dusty after some of these games, he said, oh, you know, I think he could be even more effective on the offensive glass. Well, you look at him the last few weeks, you'll see 5-6 offensive rebounds per game. You know, because he's with his wingspan, 7'3" wingspan, and a 6'9" frame, and his ability to leap up, I mean, and come off the wing for some of these rebounds. I mean, he can be a game changer just in offensive rebounding. Obviously, he can do so many things well. But yeah, I think the rebounding's really picked up. And then I think the 3-point shooting and the free throw shooting, if you look at the numbers in January, those were problem areas. That's part of why they almost lost to Penn State. It's part of why they lost to Wisconsin. It's part of why they looked maybe let's say very good but not great, you know, in wins over Oregon and Washington, where there's a little bit more back and forth than what you saw in November and December.
Right.
Is because in that month they shot 28% from 3. You know, they go down to Ohio State, they make 9 threes by halftime. That game's way out of reach.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're still struggling from 3, we might have seen a battle in that game. Instead, we saw Michigan kind of put a clinic on CBS before the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I think as long as they rebound and shoot like this, and I will give them credit, the free throw line shooting has been excellent.
Yeah, they got that fixed too, because that was a problem at Michigan State, but they got that corrected.
Well, it was Ohio State. I think they were 15 for 25 from the free throw line, and I think Michigan State, they might have been like 23 for 25, and you're kind of like, hey, you take away 7 or 8 points from that game, that's a whole different dynamic down the stretch. And so, yeah, I think fixing it from the free throw line and then getting hot from three, and stuff's always going to change, right? I mean, a week from now, they'll have played at Purdue. They'll be preparing for a game against Duke. I mean, those are games that even great teams will lose. So yeah, we'll see.
Right. But
we'll see what happens. The last 6 games of the regular season, I think they play 5 top 20 opponents, and 4 of those games are away from Ann Arbor. So we'll see what they've got starting really next Tuesday, at Purdue. But to your point, Jamie, I think even within this 22-1 record that they've had, I think they found, and they started out hot. They started out better than anybody.
Mhm.
Then they had a little bit of a lull where you could see how human they are, what a loss might look like. And yeah, these last 6 games, I feel like they've turned it back up, and they've kind of refound that gear at the beginning of the season.
No, they have. You're right. You're 100% right. They had to make the adjustment too. They had the non-conference was running up and down the floor. They could run Dusty's offense the way it's supposed to be run. But then they had to get into this conference, and this Big Ten conference, everybody wants to slow the game down. Everybody wants to play half-court offense, and Michigan had to find their way because they were running up and down in that Vegas thing. They were in the Vegas tournament. They were running up and down, hitting threes, having fun. You saw it. But then all of a sudden, it's the Big Ten grind. It's always that Big Ten grind. And I'm going to say this. Usually, it's like Dusty said himself. When he took his team last year up to East Lansing, he didn't have no dogs. This team got some dogs and then some. I mean, you got Mara, who grew up, who's growing up in the midst of our faces. You got Johnson Jr., who's just having an incredible year at that rebounding, scoring, doing all kinds of things. And they're all and then Yaxel is the guy. He is the top dog, but he can sit back and let things come to him. And like he said at East Lansing, this was fun. This was great. I love this. This is the best environment I've ever been in. So, I mean, and they're laughing. That's what I mean about dogs. He didn't care about how much they hated Michigan. He just came in to play.
Yeah. I think it's a really unique blend because, obviously the stars are all, they don't just want to be great for themselves. They actually want to accomplish something with this team, which, I think whenever people hear, oh, such and such was bought and paid for out of the transfer portal, I think sometimes people wonder, like, okay, how serious are you about winning for Michigan
right
versus improving your draft stock? And those 3 and Elliot Cadeau, I mean, I've talked to them enough throughout the season that they sound like guys who are 3rd or 4th year Michigan players.
Right.
Is really what they sound like. That their goals are in line with what Dusty May wants his veterans what he wants their goals to be. And then I think we also got to credit, you talk about the dogs, someone who's really does not seem scared of any moment, comes off the bench, Roddy Gale, right? Will Cheddar.
Right.
I think Trey McKinney, I know he's young.
You got to say Trey
McKinney.
Trey McKinney played the rest of the second half in the Michigan State game.
Yeah. I mean, those guys, for Michigan to have those guys come off the bench, because I'm not trying to shade any other team's bench, but we've seen Nebraska, Michigan State, Ohio State, some of these bigger wins in Big Ten play. There's always that moment kind of midway through the first half where maybe due to foul trouble or fatigue, these teams kind of take these other guys out, and these other guys looking next to, Damari Burnett, Roddy Gale, Will Cheddar, some of Michigan's bench. It's like these are 2 different teams. One team has a bench that can probably show up and play NCAA tournament caliber basketball at any given moment. And then, even great teams, even Michigan State, even, Nebraska, they're guys that come off the bench they're not able to compete with those guys. And so, good for Michigan to have accumulated this bench, and good for the bench players. I mean, I think Will Cheddar had some fantastic moments up in East Lansing, and he's the fourth guy off the bench for the Wolverines.
Right.
And if your fourth guy off the bench is coming in and kind of strutting around, making some big plays, making some key defensive plays, grabbing some key rebounds against Michigan State starters, I mean, that's how.
Don't forget, he made Tom Izzo mad.
Yeah, and so I mean, if you've got the sometimes the dog mentality kind of gets overplayed a little bit, but I think when you have 8 or 9 guys who really aren't ever going to be scared of the moment, as you mentioned with Yaks, I mean, they're going to embrace the moment, whether the fans want them to win or not. If you're going to embrace the moment, embrace the energy, and play your best games against the best teams on your schedule. And so far, I would argue the win at Michigan State, the win against Gonzaga, a neutral site, I mean, those were 2 moments where maybe a team that doesn't have this dog mentality or doesn't have the depth that Michigan has, or the guys who just aren't scared of the moment and actually relish the moment, other teams might have faltered in those games or might have let the moment get too big for them. So yeah, this team, even though not too many players on the team have actually been to the Final Four, actually won, championships, I think this team has that mental makeup where they're excited by these moments. They're excited by these big games. So I know they've got to play tonight, and I'll be at the game tonight, but I'm thinking about, Purdue. That's going to be a loud atmosphere. Duke and DC, that's going to be a very, high-profile moment. They still have to play at Iowa. They're going to be sold out. They're going to be loud. Michigan State at home, that's going to be a tough one too. At Illinois, that might be the loudest. I mean, Purdue, I've always said, is the loudest atmosphere. But if Illinois can stay in the Big Ten race Friday night in Champaign, they put the student section right up against Michigan's bench,
yes,
or the opposing team's bench. I mean, these are going to be big moments. And I think, I'm so used to covering teams that can kind of do well on the road. But this team, I mean, they're about to win. Well, we'll see if they win, but if they win tonight at Northwestern, they will have the most road wins for a Michigan team since 1993. Jamie.
Really?
And they still have 4 more to go after this. So you're talking about a team that is uniquely composed in these big moments. And as you said, they just want to show up and play winning basketball. They don't care who's booing them or what they're saying or anything like that.
Right.
They've kind of got that pro style. I don't really care. Like, I'm here to win games, and I'm here to beat the team in front of me. So it's kind of fun to watch.
Did you get a chance to see the Nebraska Purdue game last night?
I did not.
Oh my God, Zach!
Purdue won?
It went into overtime. No, Purdue won, but how they won is incredible. We're in the overtime, and we're in the last few seconds. Purdue gets the rebound because Nebraska, Nebraska gets the rebound because Purdue misses a foul shot. They're getting ready to bring the ball up the court, and the guy slips.
I did see this.
He spills where in the timeout. That's where Purdue was when they were telling the players what they needed to do, giving them their instructions. He slips like it was like he hit water or something or ice, and he went down, and the ball was turned over, and it was Purdue's ball, and they just ran the clock out after that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it was at Nebraska, right?
It was at Nebraska. At Nebraska, everything. They came back. They were winning. I'm going to say this, that they had a great opportunity to win too.
Yeah. I mean, this is the time of year where all these games, I mean, there's a lot of teams. I know Michigan's out in front at 12-1, but there's a lot of 10-3 teams in the Big Ten. I think Illinois, Michigan State, Purdue, Nebraska, Wisconsin are kind of all.
It's a bunch. Yeah. It's that next tier. That's what I was saying. It's that next tier. They're right there. They're waiting and they're knocking on the door. If you want to be honest.
And Michigan's got a target on their back. If you don't think you're getting their best game, if you don't think Purdue's pulling out all the stops next week, or Illinois in a couple weeks, or even, Iowa's not in the Big Ten race, but they're a top 20 team. I'm sure they would love to add a home win over Michigan to their resume.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun though. I mean, this is so cool. I don't know if I love the Big Ten backloading some of these schedules this much, but they do it because the basketball becomes more of the TV draw after the Super Bowl. And so this happens every year with Michigan. They're always playing Michigan State and Purdue and some of these teams after the Super Bowl.
They always play Ohio State Super Bowl Sunday. How about that? They always play. You're like, whoa. And you're like, I've seen this before, but it's not, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, you're right. And they did it at the Big Ten. Are they lucky, or are they just saying, well, Michigan's going to be good and let's backload them, let's do them like this?
I have it on very good authority that Michigan is one of the teams that they say, let's get some of those money games after the Super Bowl.
Right.
It's by design for sure.
Because it's crazy. I mean, it's good. I mean, those are the games you want to see. Michigan, everybody's going to have their eyes on Michigan, like you said. Illinois, every time Illinois and Michigan play, you think Illinois is the that's our arch rival. Am I lying? They come to play, or they wait for us and they get us down in Champaign all the time, Zach.
Yeah, I think isn't it like 6 or 7 straight wins or something?
Yes, yes.
And to your point, by the way, I have some buddies that cover Illinois. They always have me on their radio show right before that game,
right?
And they're always like, "How do Michigan fans view the Michigan-Illinois rivalry?" And like now, I expect the question, so I have a more diplomatic answer. But the first time, I was like, I wasn't aware that was a rivalry.
Right? Exactly.
So no, but it's going to be fun, man. I'm really excited. I got the credential approvals for Purdue and Illinois today, and I'm excited to be there, man. This is why people love college basketball is title chase on the line, home venues. I mean, nothing against the neutral site games, but I think all of us would rather be kind of in these Lions Den atmospheres, watching these games with just the peak passion and fan base. And the nice thing about the Big Ten is, I think about like the SEC, they've really only got 1 or 2 schools that sell out every basketball game.
Right.
Big Ten, they've led the country in attendance for like 60 straight years because there's like 8 of these schools that they're going to pack the house. They've got the student section. Student section doesn't be quiet the entire game unless there's free throws being shot. I mean, it's a lot of fun. And I think for the Michigan fans listening, I will acknowledge this. I think this year's team relishes those atmospheres, relishes that opportunity more than I would argue any that I've covered in my 10 years covering Michigan. I think this team they appreciate it. A lot of these guys played at different schools or in different conferences, and they know that what they've got in the Big Ten, what's waiting for them in the next few weeks is it's why you fall in love with college basketball. I mean, all these guys have NBA dreams, but college basketball is a special place in everybody's heart, and it's for moments like March 8th in Chrysler against Michigan State, or February 27th at the State Farm Center in Champaign, or Mackey next Tuesday. It's very exciting.
Or the non-com in Washington, D.C. against Duke. That's a sneaky one. You get an opportunity to see outside of conference where you stand nationally, with a national contender like in Duke.
Yeah, both teams want a 1 seed. Win there would really help their cause for sure.
Without a doubt. But hey, Arizona got beat earlier. And but I got to talk, Zach. I got to go to the hockey team. How's that hockey team doing? Still number 1, number 2?
I think so. I think the thing now is it sounds like they've let too many of these wins go to overtime before they won. So Miz would be a better expert on the standings. I know he's been at a lot of games this year, but I think I saw Michigan has more wins in Big Ten play.
Yeah,
Michigan State has more points. So it's going to be an interesting thing, and that's been a really fun rivalry to watch. I think both fan bases have always cared about hockey. They've both won national titles. They've both been very good historically. I would argue Michigan's been more consistently great, but Michigan State, they have the more recent national title, more recent Big Ten title too. So I know this, this current Michigan team it's crazy to say, Jamie, because they've been to so many Frozen Fours. I think 5 Frozen Fours
Right.
since the Big Ten started,
Mm-hmm.
just 10 years ago, and they don't have a Big Ten regular season title. And I think the
What?
players realize that. I
Oh
think
my God.
Brandon Naurato realizes that. I think they're hungry for it. So I think they want to keep winning. They want to keep playing. But boy, that those games this past weekend, Michigan State. I mean, those are fun to watch because it's incredible. I mean, people who watch college hockey all the time obviously are like, of course it is. But I think the level of talent with NIL, you get a few more OHL players, you get a few more guys who maybe will stay an extra year. Instead of going to play with the AHL team as they try to become NHL guys. So I think you're seeing a little bit better talent than you were maybe 15, 20 years ago at the college level. And both these teams, I mean, the passion's there, the fans are there, and the talent's there. It's just it's been fun to watch. I don't know. I wish the Big Ten would get their heads out of their rear ends and put more of these games on TV. I mean, people want to watch 1 versus 2 college hockey and all these top 5 matchups. I mean, Penn State's really good. Wisconsin's quite good. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, winning the Big Ten regular season title, I think would mean a lot for Michigan, actually. Even though obviously their eyes are on the national title, I think they want that they want to put up a Big Ten regular season championship banner. They don't have one. So
No, you're right. I didn't even realize that. That's so crazy. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, that's right. Zach, now that you tell me this, I'm like, yeah, no, we haven't.
And they've been within like 2 games 5 or 6 times. Like this, it's not like it's not like Michigan. I mean, they've been excellent the last decade. It's just, yeah, I think they want it. I mean, and they're gonna have to be really sharp. I mean, we saw it seems like Michigan State has a couple more points. They've got the point advantage, even if they don't have the win advantage. So Michigan's going to have to win a lot. They're going to have to keep winning and keep it rolling and, stay on their grind.
Right. I mean, look, and the women, they're ranked. Win against Larry's team, UCLA. Seems like we're balling, but we just, we got to get over that hump, Zach. Got to get over the hump.
Yeah. I mean, Lauren Betts, she just, I don't know what the game plan is to defend her. It's just, for UCLA. So, they've got to figure it out. But at the same time, we've seen this Michigan team. I mean, they've lost really close to some of these great teams. I think UConn, Vanderbilt, UCLA. I might be missing one, but I mean, they clearly are close. And to your point, what's that next step? Well, there's a reason the tournament's in March. So you can keep getting better and better and better all of February, enter March playing your best basketball. But yeah, it feels like UCLA might be one of those. I don't know how many. I don't think they're going to lose very many games this year. So,
no, they're going to.
Michigan, I think you worry less about them and more about how do you become the better version of yourself than you were yesterday.
Right.
If they do that, I mean, they're a top 5 team. I'm really excited for the Michigan program. Seems like they're on track to host a regional or an opening weekend this year,
which is
the top
awesome.
4 teams all get that. I think that'll be a cool moment. I mean, what Kim Barnes-Arico has steadily built, it didn't all come at once, but I think to be able to be a top 4 seed and kind of have that home crowd, have that home comfort, but also continue to elevate this game and continue to get people. I mean, I'm hearing a lot more about my friends who are taking their kids or their nephews or whatever to these women's basketball games than maybe 5 or 10 years ago. So I think it's definitely continuing to grow in terms of fan interest, and I think that's warranted. I mean, this team is a lot of fun to watch.
No, that's good. Zach, I wish we could talk more. We'll catch up with you next week again too. And but hey, have a good weekend. Get at it. If you're are you in Chicago right now? Did you travel back?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to the Northwestern game. Work on it for us, Zach. Work on it. We need this victory.
Well, I can't do nothing. All I can do is write about it, so I'm not gonna add too much. Hey, while I'm on the radio though, happy birthday to my mom. It's their birthday today.
Happy birthday!
Yep, Mama Shaw.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Big part of why I do radio and sports reporting. So She was always super supportive of it. Always was egging me on, telling me you should be on these shows. So appreciate her, and she's down in Florida, so hopefully it's much warmer weather. Although we're getting warmer weather, but
it's warmer. We're all getting warmer weather. It's going to be in the 30s, Zach. It's going to be burning hot. We're going to be out sub-zero.
Yeah, running weather, Jamie. You know this.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I'm looking forward to. I was just telling Big Sweet that. I was saying, dude, I'm doing 3 miles, Zach. I should have been doing 5 miles. You know what I'm saying? I'm losing the calories, man.
Hey, 3's more than 0, though.
You're right. You're right. I'll take what
That's
I can
right.
get right now. I'll take.
Give yourself some credit, man. Give yourself some credit.
Appreciate you coming on, Zach. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, guys.
That's Zach Shaw from 24/7 Sports as well as CBS Sports. We got to go to a break. We got the book coming on next. John Borton from the Wolverine magazine, Wolverine.com. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. Mimic that. 1050. The guy died. James Vender Beek. He died. He passed away from Dawson's Creek.
Oh, I heard Tracy Scroggins died.
Yeah,
the other
he
day.
died too. Yep.
Yeah, that was my man Scroggy. 56.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Derek Laughlin on the other side doing the ones and twos. You got Big Sweet over in L.A. California.
California, hey, City of Angels, Hollywood.
Joining us on the M Zone right now is the book himself, John Borton from the Wolverine magazine, Wolverine.com. What's up, John? How you doing?
Well, Jamie, I'm doing very well. Great to be with you and talking Michigan athletics as always. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of sports that come up that are doing all right these days.
John, there's fervor in the state of Michigan. We're talking basketball. We're going to talk basketball. You got the coach from MSU. He wasn't happy. I don't know. He doesn't do the whole sentence thing when he's angry. So that's a telling point. But I mean, he's angry because, I don't know. People say mercenaries or different things like that, but we're in the age of the NIL. So let's throw that out the window. But Michigan State, everything was going to be their way. And because I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it, John, Michigan goes up there, and I'm going to say this. This was a team that went up there with nothing but, hey, we are who we are. We're going to go up and play, and we're going to see where we measure. And when the smoke cleared, this team, Yaxel Lindenberg, the top dog, I called him. I mean, he was calling this place, this is a great environment, probably the greatest environment I've ever played in. Elliot Cadeau hitting threes that you didn't see. He's shooting at his other place. And, I mean, you got Adai Mara. He's growing up in front of us. I mean, he's doing things that we haven't seen. And actually, you got a Michigan team out-rebounding a Michigan State team in East Lansing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. For me, and for a lot of people, I think the lasting memory and the lasting picture in our head from that one will be Dusty May himself sitting on the sidelines, big grin on his face, arm on the chairs, leg crossed, surrounded from behind by Michigan State students that are just hooting on him something awful, showering him with obscenities, and Dusty May with a look on his face like he owns the place, and very shortly thereafter he did own the place. And I'm telling you what, that kind of set the tone. And you know what, Michigan played like that.
Right.
And Dusty May himself gave credit to his team afterwards for their incredible restraint in not going off when the Spartans did their thing. And one Spartan in particular, we're talking about the breakaway chops and the trips and all the stuff that kind of goes with his game right now. And then, of course, the little general up there went kind of bonkers when Dusty May actually answered a direct question and said, yeah, I mean, that stuff happened. There's 40 minutes of tape. You can look at it. And so everything that was happening to Michigan State in the media thereafter, according to Colonel Izzo, was Dusty May's fault, and then the referee's fault, and this and that. He doesn't like to be challenged a whole lot, and he hadn't had to put up with a lot of it in his time as Michigan State coach, and he's going to have his hands full. He's got a direct challenge from somebody that can assemble a roster just as good or better than his, and can go up onto his court and get the job done. And that's exactly what Michigan did.
Yeah, and this team, our question of the day was, is it Michigan and Arizona, or is it the feel? Now, I'm sorry, I'm a gambler, and it's not the tournament time just yet anyway, John. So I said I'm taking Michigan and Arizona right now. That's how I feel.
I'd be right with you. If you were offering one of the two choices, I'd have to take number one and number two, however you render them.
Right.
I think that those two teams have proven to be the best, the deepest, all of that kind of stuff. And Michigan has been. How many Michigan teams can you remember that have come out of the gate talking about the last Monday night of the season? Not many.
No.
I mean, and coaches that have discouraged that greatly. That's Fab Five talk, and this team doesn't have the ultimate swagger of the Fab Five, and it's not encouraged. But Dusty May right on down, these guys have talked about getting to the championship game, and they've proven over and over that they've got the horses to do it. And so I agree with you. I haven't seen Arizona play extensively, but I know they're very good. And certainly these are the two teams that have stood out more than anybody else to this point. And hey, how about Michigan also in its own conference? They'd love to win the regular season championship, and they just got a huge boost in that direction by the way the games this week have shaken out.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I was going to say the greatest games in the Big Ten happened last night, John. I mean, I don't know if you saw any of them, but it was incredible. Those games were incredible. And, I mean, Nebraska and Purdue getting after one another, going into OT and everything like that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, wild. And then I did watch Illinois and Wisconsin. And you want to talk about a nail biter down the stretch and a team. What happened after Michigan lost its first game? Oh, that's embarrassing. That's terrible against
right.
Wisconsin. Wisconsin might not win a handful of games this year in the Big Ten. Well, I got news for you. Wisconsin at 9-4 and just handed Illinois the loss that's a big separator in this thing. Michigan sitting at 12-1. Illinois, Michigan State, and Nebraska and Purdue all with 3 losses. Illinois at 11-3, but and the others at 10-3. I tell you what, Wisconsin, UCLA, Iowa, all with 4 losses in the conference. But that's a huge deal. Now it's not if you happen to slip up in one of these Big Ten games, that's not the all or nothing. Or you're back tied for the lead. Not that Michigan lets up at all. I expect they'll be accelerated to the floor once again tonight in somebody else's building, just like they were Sunday in Columbus. Now they take on Northwestern, who is all of 2-11 in the conference, and this is a team that Michigan should go in there and really handle. And you got to see, how do they go about their business? Do they keep the pedal down? That's certainly what Dusty May is urging. He continues to talk about it. If we want to play in April, we have got to keep getting better in February.
Right.
And this is a perfect opportunity for that.
Do you think the loss to Wisconsin, and now that John, there are sometimes no loss is a good loss, but it's a wake-up call. Was that the wake-up call they needed to get into the Big Ten play? Because they had a great run non-conference, and they were doing well when they came into the conference, getting used to the conference. And, it's a big boy conference. That's what I'm going to say. You got to tie your shoes on tight, because You got to out rebound a team. You got to outrun a team. You got to play hard defense, man to man defense. Sometimes you can play, you can press, but I mean this conference it can physically bring you down, and that's what Michigan's playing. They out Michigan State up in East Lansing. What I saw.
Oh yeah, no doubt. They were the tougher team. They were the better rebounding team up there. As far as Wisconsin being what they needed, I don't think Dusty would agree with that. I would say, if you had a close call in that game, maybe you had to go to overtime or something like that. That's a pretty good reminder in and of itself.
Yeah, that's Penn State, though. Look, I say Penn State was your reminder. Hey, you need to play. But
yeah, good point. Well made. You come away with that from that one. You lose on your home floor. Everybody would love to see Michigan at 23-0 right now, but that in this game these days, you hang around the top like they are, and you play as well as they have been. They're going to be a number one seed in the NCAA tournament, unless they really come up with some things that happen down the stretch that. Whether it be through injury or whether it be through just a sag in the season. The reason I don't think that that's going to happen is they've got the depth. They've got, if you have somebody that tweaks something, you could do without them for a game or two. Even, some of your top stars, because you are so deep. And the other thing about it is I just think that this team has such desire to keep getting better and take this game by game. It seems like they take some of these biggest games as the greatest challenge. You saw what they did in Las Vegas. You saw what they did up at Michigan State. They got Duke coming up. I guarantee you they're going to be just super fired up for that one. And they, let's face it, they've got a tough Big Ten schedule down this stretch, having to go into Purdue and having to go to Illinois. Those are teams that are absolutely going to be gunning for them, and but you can't say they haven't played in a hostile environment. It doesn't get any more hostile than in Breslin, and Dusty May himself laid down the perfect template for how you handle that.
No, you're right. Again, you're listening to John Borton from the Wolverine magazine, Wolverine.com. I guess, look, the Big Ten did this. They loaded the back end of the schedule of the University of Michigan. And, John, did they know, or did they take a guess and they got lucky?
Well, I don't know all the ins and outs of scheduling, but I think they figured it was a safe bet. When you make Michigan and Michigan State the final game of the season, you're going to have not only passion, but they knew these rosters were pretty darn good, and that you might have a game that for the Big Ten championship. It's certainly looking like it's going to be as far as Michigan is concerned, but they've got a lot to take care of before that. Usually UCLA has played pretty decent basketball, and they've got them on Saturday. Then, like I said, have to go into Purdue. Then you've got Duke. Minnesota obviously has pulled off a couple of big games at Illinois, at Iowa City, and then Michigan State. No gimmies there, but the reason I think that you can have some confidence there if you are a Michigan fan is, A, you've built a cushion now, and you could have a slip up along the way and still be all alone in first place. But also, it seems like this team takes the biggest games as the biggest challenges and really locks in. When you just look at that Michigan State game, building an 18-point lead in the first half,
right.
It was almost then that, okay, things got a little bit, is this going to be easier than we thought? And all of a sudden, you got the Spartans come roaring back and taking a couple of leads there, and Michigan having to once again bear down and say, okay, it's winning time. We're going to do it, and really coming through there. So I think the bigger the opponent, the more it gets this team's attention. I think they're going to be really all right down the stretch.
Again, you're listening to John Borton from the Wolverine magazine, Wolverine.com. John, I gotta switch over to hockey because big series last weekend. I mean, they split, and you know, and it was Zach Shaw who reminded me under Brandon Narado's tutelage. They've been in the Final Fours and they've done the NCAA playoffs and the different things like that. But they never won a regular season Big Ten championship yet.
Yeah, well, it'd be a perfect year, perfect time to get that done. And you know, I it's so ironic that one of the big storylines in that second Michigan State game, Michigan's winning in overtime 4-3 in Ann Arbor, but then they played on neutral ice in Detroit, and everybody was very excited because why? You got Jack Ivankovic coming back, their top goalie, and it was one of those deals where when he went down, everybody was just traumatized that, okay, this is going to be really bad. Will he be back this season? And he makes it back. In the meantime, Michigan hadn't lost the game with their backup goalie. But, you know, whether it was rust or it doesn't have to be rust, Michigan State's pretty darn good themselves. This is 1 and 2 teams, not only in the conference, but in the country. And they put it on Michigan 5-2. But I think even more important in the big picture than that loss for Michigan was the fact that Ivankovic is back. And as he settles in a little bit more and gets his feet under him, he and Michigan's defense make them a real threat to win the national championship. And so you're right. First things first, win the conference. But Michigan's had a lot of good things going their way, and it was a great encouragement to see their number one goalie back out on the ice.
Oh, that's without a doubt, John. We were afraid that young man was not going to be able to come back, and now he's back. Hopefully, he's ready to go. It seems like he is, and it's a blessing.
No doubt about it. Brandon Narado has put together some really, really good teams, and this is among the best. And when you've got that kind of goaltending, like I say, I mean, Ivankovic had a tough time against Michigan State, but it was the combination. That's first game back. I'm very interested to see as he moves forward in this series against Penn State this weekend, and going forward. You got Wisconsin series with Wisconsin coming up. He's going to get tested, and he's going to, I think, return to the form that he was in before he went down against Notre Dame.
Well, yeah, from your mouth to God's ears, and that happens. I look forward to that, and it's good. This is exciting. You got the women's basketball. Although we faltered with UCLA, but we had our shots, John. They just need to. It's a team that needs to get over that. It's got to get over the proverbial hump, but they're doing the right things.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you're taking on the number one team in the country. That's a tall order, and Michigan more than held up for a half in that one. I was watching that one. It was Michigan was handling that team and giving it a battle, but nothing to apologize about if you're this team this year. 20-4, 11-2 in the conference, and they have every chance in the world to be themselves a high seed in the NCAA tournament. So it's going to be one of those deals where they can play with anybody. They absolutely can play with anybody. Just a 3-point loss at home to UCLA, and I just think that that it's a game that could have been a win because things were going for them. I think this is a team that has some great leadership and some really high skill from some veterans, from those two super freshmen from last year are playing just as well, if not better, this time around. I mean, you can't say enough about what they have done. Everybody, we were all talking about them as freshmen last year, Olivia Olson and Silas Swords. Well, now they're leading this team in scoring, 18.8 for Olson, 14-0 a game for Swords, and you throw Mila Holloway in there, and it's a really solid team. It plays defense. It can hit those shots, and they just do a whole lot of things right for this coaching staff.
No, you're right, John. John, really appreciate you being a part of the M Zone, and hey, we'll get you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
That's John Borton from the Wolverine magazine, Wolverine.com. We're gonna go to a break, and we got Coach Charles Ramsey. You thought we were gonna miss this week? I got him on, and we're gonna call him up, and we're gonna break it down. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. We got Charles Ramsey coming on. Big Sweet, our internet is bad too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just letting you know. That's why we're having technical difficulties also.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I gotta check with my sister-in-law. She moved the modem upstairs. I don't know why, and so I'm not getting I gotta get an extension or something.
Thank God we had a line in here. I'm like sitting here going, what the heck's going on? What's going on, man? What you doing?
No. The internet.
Yeah, I got you, Larry. It is bad. It is very bad. I don't even have all my stuff on the internet. It's all on this phone, and it's trying to find the internet on the phone.
I know. Yeah, I get it better on the phone than my laptop right now.
I got something's wrong, Jamie. I know there's something wrong, baby. Don't worry. Ay. Well, at least we got TV. Skipper, Lions hired him as a coach.
Oh, okay. That's a good move.
So, I mean, he'll be around.
Yeah. He did that with what's his name too, Mulbach, right? The long
Yeah.
snapper. He's a coach too.
I guess if you want to be a coach, he can help you out. I can't get any of my channels.
They're not coming in, huh?
Now, I'm talking about my internet. It's just, it's all messed up. It says no internet. Problem with the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's trying. I know it's trying.
Yeah, I have to just keep going out and coming in. Maybe I get a good line.
Okay.
So far,
Ready.
it seems much better.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Derek Laughlin on the other side of the glass on me. And joining us is always Big Sweet, Larry Lee. What's up, Larry?
Yes. I'm good, man. Just chilling, man. I wish sometimes this internet's acting up a little
Yeah,
bit
the
on me.
internet's acting up. And joining us, as he does every week, is head coach Charles E. Ramsey. And Coach, how you doing? I'm feeling good about this team now. They're starting to settle in. They took an Ohio State team out, and then they're just playing good basketball on Super Bowl Sunday. And now they travel today. They're playing Northwestern. Charles.
Well, first of all, good afternoon, gentlemen. Hope everybody's well. Larry, I know you got some sunshine where you are.
No, he doesn't.
Cold.
Not today, Charles.
No,
Not today.
Hey, Coach, it's been a little cloudy, man. A little cloudy and drizzly, man. A little cloudy and drizzly.
Okay. All right. But other than that, Jamie, as you said, it's all business 101. One game at a time. You play that opponent. We're at that point of the season. The key is to go out, get in good reps, stay healthy, come away with a win. And I look for no different this evening as we travel to Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another business trip. And, it's some great basketball going on all over the country. I tuned in late to a game last night, Purdue and Nebraska.
Oh, Rams, we were talking about that.
Yeah. Nebraska was down 18, and honestly, it shows you how fundamental. Kid makes a free throw at the end of the game, Nebraska comes all the way back and wins. They miss the free throw, goes overtime, Purdue gets out of there with a great win. But I mean, we're going to get a lot of that this last month of the season.
I got to ask you a question, Rams, about that, about what happened, though. I mean, the kid he dribbles over where they were meeting, and then he slips and falls. I mean, can't the referee just?
Oh, absolutely. No, referee can do nothing. And that really falls on the home team to make sure that their court is ready to go. And I don't think teams do anything,
No.
Purposely, but that definitely happens every time out.
Wow.
And, teams are very conscious about, wiping up their huddle. And so you can see he hit something and he just took off. And, you feel bad for him, but hey, it happens.
I mean, that's a win or a loss, Rams. The way he just went, it's like he stepped on ice. He went down.
Yeah. But honestly, the game did not come down to that. The game honestly came down to regulation.
Right. No, you're right.
You're making a free throw. You make a free throw, we don't even get to that point. And so, as I said, I think we're going to see a lot of that. The biggest thing that I like going into this week, we basically have a game and a half, 2-game lead now, with 8 games to go.
Right.
That's huge. That is huge. And so we just have to take care of business.
Now, I know we know about Wisconsin, Rams. That Wisconsin-Illinois game, did that surprise you also last night?
Nothing surprises me this time of year.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing surprises me on any given night. Anybody in the Big Ten can beat anybody else. And you get Wisconsin who gets hot, shoots the basketball well, and then you have Illinois coming off a tough loss, in East Lansing. So, I mean, you just don't have a lot of time to lick your wounds. You have to be ready to play every night. I mean, we're not going to be able to just walk up in the Ryan Walsh Arena tonight. We're going to have to play.
Right.
And punch Northwestern in the mouth and make them go to sleep. They're just not going to roll over. We're going to have to hit them with a couple blows and get back on the bus and come home.
Well, Coach, I was telling Jamie, I just feel it in the air or something in my spirit, man. There's something special about this year's Michigan team. They seem to have it all. They seem to be playing well together. The coach seems to be in tune. There's something special about this season.
No, and Larry, you're exactly right. Everything is hitting on all notes. But the craziest thing about college basketball, unlike the NBA, it only takes one game come NCAA time. You have one bad game, and guess what? All the work you've done goes away. And so, right now the first goal in hand is the Big Ten championship.
Right.
That's goal number one.
Right.
We're rolling. That's insight. Some work to do. Still, like I said, still have to go to Purdue. We still have to go to Illinois. We still have to go to Iowa. We got to play Michigan State again. So, as you said, real quick, Illinois has lost 2 games in a row. See, one game can turn into 2 games real quick. One loss can turn into 2 losses real quick.
Right. You
don't get a whole lot of time to lift your wounds. So you have to stay on your P's and Q's, one game at a time. But Larry, I agree with you. This is a special team. They do a lot of things well, but I'm still caught. And my sights right now is just thinking on the Big Ten regular season championship.
And you're listening to former coach Charles Ramsey. Rams, look, Dusty's got. I mean, what else does he need to shrink his bench? There's a lot of people saying Dusty's playing. He's playing a lot of players. He's going deep into his bench.
Who's a lot of people? Who's a lot of people?
I mean,
the last time I checked, there's only one person getting paid to coach that team.
Right. Yeah.
And whatever he's doing right now is work. And so I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to, I'm not going to question what's working for them. It's working for them. And you're right. He's playing a lot of guys, but when he plays those guys are stepping up. The Casey kid wasn't getting a lot of minutes. He stepped up big over the weekend. And, that's a beautiful thing to have, that whoever you put on the floor can give you something positive.
Right.
So I'm not going to complain. His bench is working through years, and his staff like him right now. And so they're pushing all the buttons, all the right buttons.
Do you see any? Okay, Rams. So this is coming down to it. You got 4 weeks left before the Big Ten tournament. I know we don't look too far ahead, but I mean, look, it's for some reason the Big Ten got it right, because they got the right teams playing one another every night. Last night was incredible. I'm thinking this night may be incredible.
Well, no, if we go in and do what we're supposed to do, I didn't look at the rest of the game tonight in the Big Ten. I really didn't. I focused on Michigan and Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't see who else was, playing this evening.
Got Michigan State taking on UCLA.
Is that at home?
It's in East Lansing. And then
UCLA
comes here Saturday.
And guess what, Larry, I hate to tell you this, but the Bruins can leave out of here to stay to Michigan licking their wounds.
Did you hear that, Larry?
It can be very much.
I heard you, Coach.
Like USC. It can be very much like USC. I mean, USC came in here and got thrashed. They've since been able to rebound a little bit, but like people don't understand that east to west to east. Those are tough road trips, and you playing good ball clubs.
Yeah.
And what happens is great if you can get a win the first game. It's horrible if you don't get a win, because now you're putting all your eggs in the basket to say we can't go over on this road trip. And listen, I mean, you're playing 2 ranked opponents on the road. That's hard to come away with a split. So I don't know to say if the Big Ten got it right. I wouldn't say. I think UCLA may be pissed about the scheduling right now.
Well, Nick Cronin, he mad about everything. I mean,
we can send Mick a pacifier. Mick and I go back to I had to tell him, I'm like, Mick, cut it out, man. Cut it out.
Let me ask you guys this: do the basketball teams travel commercial, or do they have their own planes?
No. Most, not their own planes, but they go charter. Most times, Larry, they go charter. So it's one of those things to help with, getting them to their destination, not have to go through, because it's a tough trip anyway, 3,000 miles. And,
right.
With the charter, they're able to fly right in East Lansing. Versus if they were commercial, they got to come in the metro, get on the bus, take an hour-and-a-half bus ride, charter.
Right.
They come in East Lansing, they get dropped off, they bus to the hotel. So, most teams in the Big Ten are chartered. Case in point, when I was at Michigan, and Jamie, I don't know how it was for you guys in football, but when we played Ohio State, we always bus.
Yeah.
No, we flew. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We flew everywhere except for East Lansing.
I mean, when you look at it, and it was a bus trip to Columbus, you didn't have to worry about checking and loading you back. We got on the bus, got a meal, 2.5 hours in Columbus, boom. And so, we always bus there. It's so yeah. I would say the majority of teams are going charter, and those in close like Illinois Northwestern, that's a bus trip. Indiana Purdue, that's a bus trip. You know, those teams that are close are busting each other. But for the most part, you know.
Yeah.
Now, I would have to say this, other than UCLA and USC play each other, that's the only bus ride they take, and everything's on the airplane.
Are they on the airplane going to Washington?
Yeah, that's the truth.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. Everything. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The only bus trip we had was this Stanford. That was it. Everything's on the airplane.
Football, but our only bus trip was SC.
That's it. And I'll give you a funny story. We went on a trip to LA. Stanford and we took the same charter plane, and we stayed at the same hotel at the Marriott Marina Del Rey. And it was hilarious. We went Thursday, Saturday in the Pac-10 day.
Yeah.
We played SC, they played UCLA. We both won. We got back. We high-fived each other, then go our separate ways. Same thing happened on Saturday night. I think we chartered down together, but going back, we were separate because it was different game time. That's what happened. But we did stay at the same hotel. And so it was a hilarious 3.5 days.
Yeah.
Rams,
when I was at the Lions, I had – oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I got a question for you, Rams. Adai Mara, if he continues playing at this rate and he keeps improving the way he is, does he? I mean, and I'm just asking because he played for UCLA.
No. He comes back to school next year.
No. I'm not saying he's going to. That's not. I'm not asking you if he's going pro. I'm saying, can he win the Most Improved Player award in the Big Ten?
Do we have one? Do we have that
in the Big Ten? I mean,
because I don't know if we have that, but if we did, he absolutely is at the top of that list. Absolutely.
Coach, that was a two-part question. Coach, that was a two-part question. Jamie wanted to ask the question, but he also wanted to rub it in my face.
I was not rubbing it in your face.
That was a two-part question, Coach.
I'm gonna give you my second part, and you as a former player, both of you guys understand it. It's amazing how certain coaches can get certain things out of the same player.
True.
You would have never thought this is the same player that was at UCLA.
No.
He has found new life, new vigor, and I'll be the first one to tell you. Mick is a yelling screamer. Dusty is laid back and coaches his team. He plays differently for different coaches.
I've said it several times, Coach. I'm a big. I love Dusty, man, and we were talking about that the other day. The difference between those yellers and those screamers, and I call them some of them cerebral coaches that just, and Dusty I consider a cerebral coach. So no, I love Dusty, man. I love the way he goes about it.
He has a little mean streak to him. He does have a mean streak, but he knows how to keep it in reserve and use it when he needs to use it. Versus, it's like what happens is when someone is yelling, screaming, at a certain point you tune them out.
Right.
Exactly.
You tune them out.
Exactly.
So no matter what you're saying, they don't hear. Versus you have this cerebral guy. Now, when he goes up a couple of octaves, it gets your attention because you're not used to him acting like that. And so I say that to say that Mara has really responded well under Dusty and his staff. And to answer your question, Jamie, he would be the most improved player.
He has to be because he couldn't chew gum and walked last year. I'm just saying, no, you saw him. I'm not trying to discredit him, but I'm trying to give him credit for his improvement. I mean,
Right.
now he's shooting threes too.
Yep, that's true.
No, he, like I said, Dusty and his staff has done a great job with their personnel. But we still have work, but they've done a great job. And I don't know if you heard, got a great commitment today out of a 6'8", 6'9" kid from down south.
Right.
Class of 27.
Yep.
That he's supposed to be a phenomenal talent. So what happens is, and one of the reasons that he said he committed, he saw how Coach May and staff were developing their big guys and letting them play on the perimeter. And so, when you start doing these type of things, it reaps benefits not only in the one loss category, but more importantly, keeping these guys coming in for future years.
So that eliminates the whole what they've been saying about Dusty. He's a mercenary. He's not a recruiter. He's looking to bring kids in on a yearly basis. This guy's recruiting freshmen. I mean, he's recruiting people, right, Rams? He's going out doing his thing.
What's Clay McKinney? Hello?
What? I'm here.
What year is Clay McKinney?
A freshman. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. And he's playing. And he's developed. So, people say what's popular at the time. People say, a lot of times, they don't know what they're saying, but they say it. Well, this is the other point. Well, let me be honest. The NIL, which I hate, no, not the NIL. I hate the transfer portal.
Yeah,
but guess what? The portal is here to stay. I've always believed that players can be compensated because they bring too much value to the universities where they're at. So, the NCAA messed that up, and so now they're paying for it because they were late to the ball game.
Well, Coach, I got breaking news right now.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got breaking news. I'm gonna put a group of alumni together, and we're gonna get Mara back to UCLA. I'm gonna put some money together, and we're gonna get Mara back at UCLA.
You still got the same coach there. It's not enough. You did not listen to what I've been, my diatribe for the last 2 weeks. You didn't listen to it. What did I tell you?
I heard you loud and clear, bro. I heard you loud and clear.
So come on now. You played a long time, Larry, and then Jamie, you also. Myself, we always had our favorite coach.
Yeah.
And see,
That's true.
And this other thing, we came through an era where yelling and screaming was common.
We talked about it before the show. I know it's a different sport, but I was explaining how Don Shula used to yell at you to see if you get back with him to see what kind of man you were.
Everybody had a mold of how yelling and screaming didn't bother me. It didn't bother me. It just didn't bother me.
But I think you were also right though. A yeller and screamer gets tuned out after a while. You were right about that.
After a while, and now that's a certain toughness too. Because kids nowadays, they can't take you yelling and screaming.
No, they can't. They can't.
No.
So it's a generational thing. But I applaud the way. And so, see, people, just like they see a coach is cerebral, they don't think he's tough, which is a misnomer. Because guess what? That's why we have practice. And a lot of times, that's when you get the tough coaching doing practice. It's not on stage for everybody to see. Then you get some guys that jump up and down all the time. Rick Pitino would drive me crazy.
Right.
sometimes it's times I wonder if he's gonna have an aneurysm or what. You know, and then you have those guys that same thing with our buddy up in these classes. Like, you know, you always say guys are gonna die on the sideline. Well, sometimes the way he goes at it, he may be a prime candidate.
Yeah.
Like, come on. But you can see his kids are used to it, and I laugh times when he's yelling and screaming, and they just tune him out. They just give him the blank face. And so those are, you know, they just tune it out. They used to it. Now the flip side is too, they knew what they signed up for when they went to that university. So, you know, in short, Mars done well under the tutelage of Dusty and staff.
Well,
as well as some other guys have. Johnson, who I love his freshman year at Illinois, but he's taken a whole nother step. Like, okay, he has some things in his bag that I didn't know existed.
I don't want to talk bad about nobody, Rams, but what was Underwood looking for in the, I call it the Eastern Bloc, because he went to Europe, brought all these guys back from Europe, and I can get it, Rams, because in the NIL you can't pay them unless they got paid in their country's money in their country, right? But I get it. But you let Johnson get away. That's a baller. That's a player.
I don't know. And Johnson, as I look at the way they play, I'll be honest with you. Johnson would thrive in that system.
Okay.
Everything is spread. Everything is away from the basket. They're 7-footers, Jamie, shoot three.
Right.
And so when you see them, they do go into the post, but a lot of it is predicated on spreading you out, getting isolation, a lot of two-man games with pick and pop where everybody can shoot the ball. And Johnson that's not, he butters his bread down in the paint, man.
Yeah.
He gets some work done. And so we talk about Miles. If we didn't have Johnson,
no, that's
all I'll say.
That's the worker. That's the worker bee.
Johnson gets some work down in the kitchen. He gets, some stuff done. And Rams, so he's really thrive in the system.
He's got a shot, Rams. He can. I mean, he shoots from that elbow all the time.
No. He shoots. No. His game is much more. But for how Illinois wants to play, Illinois is very much playing European style basketball.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought, but I just need to confirm. I need somebody to confirm it for me.
They're playing very much a European style, finesse, spread out, And so, once again, it was a good move for Johnson. And his the things he has in his toolkit to be at Michigan right now.
All right, I got one more thing for you, Rams, and then I'll leave you alone. So I know you saw the Hornets and the Pistons 2 nights ago. Get into it, Diabate.
Don't get me started.
I'm just saying.
Larry, if you want to donate, I got an Isaiah Stewart fund going. Let me tell you, I absolutely loved it. And I loved his comments. The mindset is a championship mindset. And what you saw is not something you can teach. It's not something that you preach. But when you have great teams in situations like that, that's the reaction you get. And it was the bad boys of old to me. I was like, oh boy. I'm like, wow. And on the flip side, Miles Bridges is trying to sucker punch the guy. So, come on, man. Come on, James. You already knew it. I'm anti-violence. I'm anti, but that was in the throne of competition.
Yep.
Heated game. 2 kings battling. That's what you get. And That's how championship teams respond. You don't let
Coach, I don't know if you heard us earlier or heard me earlier, but I said the exact same thing, Coach.
He did. He did.
I don't care what sport. If we're playing football and I'm at T-State and I saw something do something, when I step back on the field, I'm trying to. I wish they would come across the middle. First opportunity I get, I'm laying the block. And I think we saw some of that in the Super Bowl this past week. Seattle, excuse my language, but they absolutely pumped New England early. And New England was never able to recover from the physical style. Seattle came out and they were hitting folks all over the field. You know, and so I say that to say, I think championship teams have that edge that we saw from the Pistons the other day.
Well, I agree with you, Rams. It's bad for the kids to see fighting on TV and different things like that. We need to find a better way to settle our disagreements.
I hear you. I'm sorry, WTK, but those occur at the park. When we used to play at the park, if you get good games going, I mean, that's just good old-fashioned basketball, competitive nature. It wasn't a malicious, vindictive. It was something that happened in the moment, and I just do it. If it happened again, I'd do it again. That's his makeup. I don't think he goes around beating up people off the basketball court, but for his teammates, that he is the enforcer. He has a role. And it's something that we don't see a lot of.
No, you don't see him.
Understands his role.
Everybody says that, but he is the see, I'm not gonna do old time players because don't nobody know who I'm talking about when I bring up somebody. Maurice Lucas. Remember that?
Mo Lucas. Absolutely.
Mo Lucas was knocked out in a heartbeat. Mo Lucas was knocked his teammates out in fight.
Exactly.
Come on, man. And so, no, we're not promoting, but you know, what we're talking about is a team that has a goal. They're thinking championship. So when you're thinking championship, let me give you the opposite. If the same thing had happened and nobody buzzed off the bench,
right,
and everybody sat and looked, I guarantee you that team does not have a winning record. They're not in the talk for winning the championship.
Okay, I got
guarantee you. There's a direct, there's a direct connotation with that. That the Pistons are playing with the edge.
Yeah.
When you see Pistons play,
every now and then you got to mix it up. Every now and then.
Place, I get it, Ram. Hey, we could do this all day, but I got to go to a break. I got to pay some bills, but I appreciate you coming on and making yourself available for us for this week.
You know what? Tell Larry to keep that money that he was going to spend on mine and get you and I a good steak dinner when we see.
I got you.
Y'all got you got that coming, Coach. You got that coming.
He does have that coming.
All right. You guys be good. Have a great week. This time next week, hopefully we're talking about 2 more big wins.
Exactly.
And going in.
Thanks, Rams.
All right,
appreciate it.
All right, Coach.
That is Charles Ramsey. Charles Ramsey is the Dean of Students and Assistant AD at Ypsilanti Community High School. We got to go to a break, but we come back. We got question of the day. And I'm gonna ask you guys. If they suspending, why are they suspending the guys that didn't really do you think the Pistons did the league get it right suspending everybody? Or do you think some of the Pistons should not have been suspended? Guys that came off the bench, that's the rules. But should other players that got involved in the beginning, should they not, should they have the benefit of the doubt? I'm just asking what you think. I mean, I'm old school on this. Somebody should have got knocked out.
Yep.
You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. was a good session.
Yeah, my
And
internet,
I
man.
got my internet back.
Mine isn't. Mine is screwing up, man. I heard about half of what Coach was saying, man.
Well, I don't really have. We don't have internet, but my 5G kicked in.
I was trying to time it up when I could speak right, without interruptions. So
I got you. It's
yeah,
crazy. Crazy.
it is.
I gotta drink some water.
This is the M Zone.
Welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Eric Laughlin in the other side on the ones and twos. And I heard some Bad Bunny. That was Bad Bunny, everybody. Just letting you know. I know you may not understand, but it's the beat. I like the beat. But that being said, Larry Lee on the other side of the country doing his things, crying about this little sprinkle in his gray skies and all of that. Ain't nobody worried about that. It's still it's above 60. You should be happy. I'm just telling you.
I am happy. I'm happy. It's just not the optimal day out here today. That's all.
I got you. I hear you. Hey, it's not all the time. That question of the day. Okay, and I talked to you about the Detroit Pistons. Should they have been fined? How long is the suspension too long? Here's a Michigan twist too. A Michigan twist. What scores the game? How many points do you think Michigan wins by tonight? I don't care if they win by 2. I mean, as long as it's a win, but I got it at 17.
Wow.
I got it at 17.
I'm going over. I'm going with 22.
We're going to wear them down a little bit, Big Sweet. We're going to go in there. We're going to run the ball. Hey, you saw Penn State. We're going to run a little bit.
Okay, I got 22, man. Woo.
I didn't say 22. That's Derek saying 22.
So me.
Okay, yeah, okay, well. yeah, you guys, that's quite a bit of confidence running around over there.
Well, I had lack of confidence in going against Penn State, so I gotta act like I got confidence.
They won by 40, right? I mean, Penn State. I mean,
I'm just saying. I'll help you out. You want me to make it at UCLA? How can he get Izzo this week? Can he get Izzo tonight? I mean, you let me know. At 734-998-1050, 734-998-1050. What's up, Hadley?
Well, talking about this Pistons thing, you'll have to fill me in. How many Piston players got suspended and what?
2.
And for what?
2.
How much?
2.
All right. And for how many games?
A couple games. They're going to be gone for a week, I think.
Got Jalen Duren. He got 2-game suspension, and Isaiah Stewart off the bench.
Well, he came off the bench.
7 games. He got
7 games. Jalen got 2 games. He got 2 games because Jalen is the one that got attacked by Musa.
Now, did he punch people or anything?
His hand came across. I don't know if it was open or closed, but I think they thought it was open, so that wasn't a punch.
Well, I think it's standard affair, Jamie, in the NBA. When you fight, you're going to get suspended.
No, it is. No, you're right. You're right. But he was defending himself, Hadley.
Doesn't matter. You don't fight in the NBA.
Okay. Well,
case closed.
I don't watch it much, so I don't have to worry about it.
Well, the Malice in the Palace brought this all on to really crack down on this.
Well, I'm just going to say this. They should have. They whoever threw that thing at the kid, at that one player, they should have banned him for his life. That fan for life. Okay.
Well, there's the Malice.
Oh,
yeah, at the Malice.
You mean the fan that threw the popcorn or threw this drink at?
Yes.
Artiste?
Yes.
Or Artiste, so yeah. Yeah. I think he was, Jamie. I think he was kicked out. I think he was banned
because
he was.
That's what he got mad about. Remember?
Yeah, right. Exactly. And he went up in the stands after.
He went to go get him, and they was holding him back. And he went to the wrong fan. It was the wrong fan. He wanted to beat up.
You're beating up on this fan that didn't even do anything.
Right. That's what I said. What you can't see?
No. Well, he probably didn't see who threw it. He just thought this guy did it. That's why he originally went after.
Well, he saw everybody was laughing, and then the one that had the bigger smile, he was going to whoop his butt.
He ever saw I don't think he ever saw who actually threw the drink at him or whatever. He just went after
Right.
the first person he saw who thought did it and wailed on him.
But I think
And
the NBA.
got down and said, okay, security is going to get really tight now.
Right.
We're not going to allow this again. And it hasn't happened since, although it's come close. I mean, I've heard about some, people yelling at the coaches and stuff. Wasn't there a guy that could yell at the Pistons coach a few weeks ago or a month ago and got kicked out?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed. You're not allowed to yell at. You can yell at the players and everything, but you can't confront them or anything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can say all you want from your seat, but once you or even
not exactly.
You're done.
You still can't yell certain things.
Okay.
There's a lot of if you say something out of turn, you can turn around to the referee and ask that fan to be removed.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And that's happened. Well, I think now the other team, Charlotte, was it?
Yep.
How many players of them got suspended?
Just two. Musa and Briggs.
Same amount of games?
Yep.
Yeah. How much were the fines? Anybody know?
I don't know how much the fines were. I got to look it up, Hadley. I'll look it up before the end of the show. I'm sorry.
Usually they say the fines along with the suspensions. Well, the guy who came off the bench, yeah, definitely. Seven games is plenty for him. I mean, is he a starter? I'm not.
The guy that came off the bench?
The guy that came off the bench. I mean, I know, yeah.
Oh, Isaiah Stewart. I mean, Stu was in there, so he was plain clothes. He wasn't even dressed.
Oh, he's injured?
Yeah, he was just throwing punches because they came at Jalen.
Well, I hope he was wearing sneakers because you can't wear regular shoes on a court.
No, he had his sneaks on. I think he had he had a sweat top on. He had the whole the Piston outfit on.
Well, I was kind of surprised at the fight because like that there hasn't been many fights in the NBA this year, so I am kind of surprised that they, started that stuff. Is it because of the little break they're getting, or is it catching up with them? Or
they're gonna get that All-Star break. It's coming soon, isn't it? Isn't it this weekend? Right.
This weekend, yeah.
So I mean, they're all getting a big break. I mean, the guys that don't make the All-Star game.
Yeah. Well, at least Cunningham wasn't involved, thank goodness.
Well, I don't think Cade gets in the fights. I mean, Cade keeps it within. I mean, that's the good thing about Cade.
Right. And just to point out about Michigan hockey, because the reason State got back first place in the national standings is because they got the 3 points Saturday and Michigan only had 2. So that's basically why they're back in first place. But the funny thing is that Michigan has a 1-game better record than Michigan State, which is kind of odd. And then, but they have more first place votes. Michigan has to catch up on that. They have 30 points. State does, and we only have 16. We have half those points. It used to be just the other way around.
Right.
And then Michigan has come close to winning the Big Ten in hockey. In fact, a few years ago, they could have won it, but they didn't win a certain game and stuff. But yeah, I wish we could have swept State. At least that gave us a little more cushion. Now I think we're either 1 or 2 points behind them now going into these last few games and stuff.
We're points behind, but we got more wins.
One more win.
Right.
Overall.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they go by the Big Ten record, not your overall record.
I got you.
Yeah. So they have I think a 1-game better record in the Big Ten. That's what they go by and stuff. So I think, Penn State, that's going to be interesting. I'm glad it's at home, right?
No, you're talking about Northwestern, and that's in.
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the Penn State Michigan hockey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yes, I'm sorry. I thought you were.
That's all right.
Okay, no problem. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's at home.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, Miz will probably be there and bring them good luck, I hope.
Yeah, Miz, you know Mrs. be there for his team, man. Miz loves that team.
Jamie, tell me something. Why is it that when you watch the women's basketball game and you say you're a jinx and they lose, but yet you watch Michigan basketball and they don't win and they win? What's up with that?
Because I've always watched. I just got into women's basketball because Miz is into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I watch it for him. You know.
Oh, okay, I got you. Mr. Lee, out there in sunny California, are you going to hook up with Ray Parker Jr. anytime soon?
There's nothing planned. There's nothing planned, but you know, I do have. I am going to start playing my bass out here a lot more often, but I have nothing planned with Ray Parker Jr.
Oh, so do you play with other bands? I suppose is that how you're doing it out there?
Yeah. Go. You know, there's some great jam sessions out here. There's one every Monday night in Santa Monica. A guy named CC Thomas. He's actually Diana Ross's bass player and musical director, and he's a Detroiter. And he has a great jam session on Monday nights, and he does it for a local school here where, you know, he gives the kids free music scholarships and that kind of thing. And man, you know, you can go in there some night, it's hit or miss. Some nights you go in there, the music's always great, but depends on the person. You know, some nights you go in there, man, and there's some all-star people. And then there's some nights you go and there's just some local guys, but the music is always great. So I'm gonna start playing a lot more out here, and I'm a sub bass player for a couple of my buddies who will play with national acts like War and some other folks. So I'm gonna be playing a lot more out here.
Well, you should have lots of fun out there doing that. You do that every time you come out to Cali?
No, the past couple of times I've come out here, you know, I've had this foot injury which really is just now. I'm about 99.9% healed right now, and so I've been inactive a couple of times. I've been out here because my doctor's orders were, you know, stay off your feet, let that thing heal, and that's hard for me to do, man. It's hard for me to sit still and do nothing, man. So. You know, now that I'm pretty much healed, I'm already starting to get out and about and around. I got some other friends, musical friends I'm gonna be hanging with. So yeah.
Okay. And how many NFL combines have you been to?
Oh, probably 11, 12 of them.
Wow.
Let's see, nine as an executive. And then, you know, this is where a lot of jobs change hands.
Private citizen. How many have you been to?
About 3 or 4. I'm going this year, and you know, that's where a lot of the jobs change hands for coaches this time of year, but for personnel people and executives and everything, a lot of stuff goes on around right after the draft. So, you know, I'm not going looking for a job or anything. I'm just going because I'm going to be in the vicinity. I got 2 shows in Ohio next, you know, the 27th and 28th. So I'm just going to be there, and I'm going to hang out with a couple of my buddies. I'm still good friends with Omar Khan, the Steelers general manager. So I'm going to go hang out with Omar for a night or two and different people. Yep. So I still know got a lot of friends in the league. I just not working in it.
Are you doing any shows in Dayton, Ohio?
No, it's going to be Lima, Ohio.
Oh,
yeah.
Lima. Okay. Well, that should be a good time. Jamie, I say Michigan. Michigan beat them by 40 to Penn State. They beat Ohio State by 21. So I'm going to compromise. I'm going to say Michigan by 30 tonight, and they'll score at least 90 points.
Wow. Okay. All right.
30.
Okay.
We went from 17 to 22, now 30. Woo.
Wow.
That's right. That's right.
That's crazy.
And we got your team Saturday there, Mr. Lee. Boy, oh boy.
That's right. Fun. Well, I tell you what, you won't beat them by 30. I tell you that.
Oh,
Oh, wow. All right. Hey, listen, I'll make you a bet. If we don't beat your team by 30 Saturday, I'll buy you some chocolate-covered strawberries. How's that?
Wow.
You got a deal. You got a deal.
But you don't like
All right.
strawberries, you said.
Oh, that's true. But I like everything but the fruit. So if it's got some chocolate on it, I can probably stomach it. But I'd rather have it in a shortcake or cheesecake.
Or either I'll buy it and turn it into a cheesecake for you and make you happy.
There you go. We'll get what's her name? The Cheesecake Factory, Cheesecakery, and get her some. Yeah,
Yeah.
Vicky.
No,
Yeah.
all right. Later, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
All right,
Appreciate
Hadley.
Hey, Rodney, hold on. I'm gonna go to a break, and when I get back, I'll get you and anybody else that wants to come on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. What's the other? What the hell is the? Dun, dun, welcome. Dun, 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 dun. Treats. It's under treats. Who knew it was under treats? I am crazy. So here's what I got. I got my wife a sandwich. I gotta get two more large fries. Damn, this price is getting up in there.
Where you going?
Chick-fil-A. But guess what J-Mo's getting? Guess what J-Mo's getting?
Well, a veggie wrap.
Exactly.
You know,
I'm getting the 30 piece too.
I can count the times I've eaten at Chick-fil-A on one hand. I had, there's one not far from here. I don't. It's really just chicken on a bun, and if I remember right.
It's chicken on a bone on a bun, but it's got the you forgot the pickles on it. The 3 pickles on it.
Yeah.
And then that Chick-fil-A sauce. Everybody loves that Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah, I guess maybe I'm gonna have to do it just to. I haven't eaten there in so long. I got to refresh my memory. And Wemby went off last night.
Wemby did go off. He beat who'd he beat? He beat the Lakers, didn't he?
Lakers, yeah.
Wemby said, "I played LeBron."
40 points.
He said he got after LeBron.
40 points. That's the difference. That's the difference in the big men nowadays. Jabbar was shooting sky hooks. These guys are shooting threes and everything else, man.
No, you're right.
I had it wrong. The women play tonight. Women, UCLA and Michigan State.
UCLA plays USC. Plays Michigan State.
Women or men? Men or women?
Men.
Oh, that's tonight.
Women were already here.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to get a squeeze bottle. They got an 8-ounce squeeze bottle of Chick-fil-A sauce for $3. I'm getting three large fries. Yeah. Hurry up there laughing at me.
I thought you was about to say, man, this squeeze bottle is really nice, man. This guy's you talking about some Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah. That's what the kids love, man. The kids love it, man. I just added it. That's all I did was add it.
I gotta refresh my memory then. I'm gonna have to go to Chick-fil-A.
You're gonna have to go see what it's all about, bud.
Man, I've been gorging out. I told you my wife made that jalapeno cheese dip.
Right.
Man, there was a lot left over. I've been eating some of that every day, man. That's
$6.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna cancel this. Okay, I knew we was gonna add them, so I ain't gonna worry about that. Give it an 8 count. I'm gonna do an 8 count with that. Update your order. I'm gonna update that order. Yeah, that took the price down a little bit. That's 8. And Kendall, we're gonna get her a Chick-fil-A sandwich. See, I'm working it. I'm in here. You see me working it. Get a sandwich. Yeah, like whenever you are, bro. I can do this. You can do. I can do this. Don't worry about that. I am a.
Must be is DoorDash.
No, I'm gonna go pick it up. Go ahead.
Oh.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Derek Laughlin in for the Ms. Man. And you got Big Sweet himself over on the left coast doing his thing. He's sitting inside, folks, sitting inside. But he's good.
Yes.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah. Well, that other song, It Never Rains in Southern California. Remember that song?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that, man? Who was that?
I remember that. I remember that song, man. Come on.
All right. Yeah.
734-998-1050. 734-998-1050. Let's go to Rodney. What's up, Rodney?
Hey, how's it going, guys? How are you today?
Good. How you doing?
Hey, Rodney.
Not too bad. Okay, I'll jump right in here before I attack Big Sweets. Does Big Sweets have the dreads if he's rocking the bass?
No, he ain't got no dreads. He got bald head.
No, no dreads, bald.
Okay.
But I do rock the head, though. I rock the head.
Okay, fair enough. I had to give you a little static for fun. Okay, I think Michigan's going to win by 40. They better hit the 100 mark tonight again.
Wow.
Well, every time someone speaks, they go up. 17, 22, 30, now 40.
Mine's is in the neighborhood. It could be done.
True.
Now, as for the Pistons and their suspensions, I don't know how you can suspend those guys for that many games. I mean, that really wasn't a fight. I've never seen a good basketball player actually throw a real punch other than Kermit Washington.
Oh, yeah, that's not right, Rodney. That's not right.
That was a punch. That was a punch.
Yeah, these guys, they just slapbox each other. They don't really punch each other. Hockey players get on skates and actually punch each other.
Well, the NBA has to be stern because they don't want this to start creeping back up again and becoming popular again.
Yeah, well, popular was good because we were winning NBA championships back when it was popular.
True.
We're called the bad boys.
Yes, we were.
The no-fly zone has to exist. If you take care of the paint and you rebound and you get to the rack, something's going to happen. Just ask Michael Jordan when he got knocked to the floor 1 million times when he was trying to come through the zone. He wasn't flying through there because Mahorn and Lambier were knocking him right down.
You know, there's something to that, Rodney, because I there's something to that because I do watch the NBA now and watch guys just drive to the hoop untouched without even being contested, and I'm like, that could never fly back in the day.
No.
That's why when I watched the Four Letter Network and they showed top 10 plays, and it's like, that's not really that they do that all day long. That's not even considered a play to me. It's like routine.
I agree.
Everybody can shoot a three. Everybody can shoot a three. There's nobody guards nobody.
Yep, that's the same thing I say.
Basically,
NBA is
it's unwatchable.
Wow.
Is pass, dribble, pass, dribble, pass, dribble, pass, shoot the three right before the shot clock goes up. That's NBA basketball.
Yeah, but that's basically in a nutshell. My thing is I can't wait to see what the field of 68 works at. I can't wait to see who dials in because I think it's wide open right now.
Wow.
True.
It's anybody's game.
Well, I'm dialed in on that one.
All you need is good defensive play, rebound on both sides of the ball, and you have to get to the rack. You need some guards that can get to the rack, and then you're in every single game you play.
Mm-hmm.
You might not have the best talent, but you can make it a game. A fighting game, and depending on what the matchup is, you could really, really screw things up.
No, you're right. You're right. Hey, don't forget, everybody. The game is at 8:30 tonight. 8:30. That's Eastern Standard Time. I'm sure they're playing at 7:30.
Yeah, they are because they're playing in Northwestern.
Right.
So
I'm just saying it's 8:30.
Now, I've been watching a bit of the Olympics here, and I usually get up in the morning to watch it so I can watch it live.
And it's on the BTN. Just letting everybody know. BTN tonight, 7:30.
Yeah, I've been checking out Olympics. I watch on the Canadian
What did you
station.
see? What did you see on the Olympics? What interested you?
I think those people are absolutely insane. I would never want to go 90 miles an hour on a pair of skis.
That's the ski thing. I agree, but that sledding thing, 75 miles an hour. Woo! That's flying.
I don't want to go luging anytime soon.
Luge look cool in them. Hey, if I was 30 years younger, I'd get on that luge. You know I would. I'm too old now.
If the luge came out when I was 10, I'd be all down with that because that's exactly what we did. You go 100 miles an hour down some random hill.
Exactly. We used to have a place in Massachusetts, and it had like a crater, like something happened in it. It was just way down, and we would sled down that crater, boy. And you could hit a tree. A lot of guys did hit a tree. I was lucky. I never hit a tree.
Oh, we used to do all sorts of stuff like that. We had one where someone had abandoned a car hood in the middle of the woods somewhere. And we made ourselves a giant ski jump out of it. So we take our little saucer sleds and whatever and going over top. And then we got really ambitious when I got older. And the Myers down the road from where I lived, they used to park those, those tobogganing sleds outside.
Right.
And we'd borrow them. I'm not going to say we stole them because, yes, we did. And then we'd go drive around to the ski hill that was over by where I live now. And we'd climb up the backside of it and dump on our sleds and watch the ski patrol chase us.
Oh, wow.
It was fun.
You were little divins back then.
Yeah. Ooh. Yes, I do know that certain things. I know how to take a road sign off. I know exactly what size wrench it is.
That's crazy.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
Wow. That's so funny.
And you was a little
I'll let you get back. I'm sure Philly's got to check in eventually.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it, Rodney. Thanks for
Bye,
the
Rodney. Take care, man.
734-998-1050. And yes, Philly E is checking in now. What's up, Philly E?
Just got back from the parent-teacher conferences.
Oh,
Didn't
nice.
have a whole lot of activity.
Great. That's awesome. Tell people
All
how they
right.
get.
Made it in under the wire to make the phone call. So anyway, first things first, tonight's game, judging on the last two performances, it seems like we're rounding into shape. This kind of looks like post Vegas when we first came back from there and we destroyed Villanova. So, yeah, I'm somewhere around 27-30 point win tonight. So,
Wow. Okay.
I'm expecting a comfortable win.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with the Philly. I was just asking, you know.
I mean, we could do like the Price is Right thing, and I could just keep upping it, you know. What was the last bid? Maybe I'll go. What was the last bid? Did he say 40?
He said 30.
He said 30.
Okay, so I'll say 31.
Okay,
I'll do the
you're going to go
Price is
31. Hey, Big Street, I tried to be as conservative as I could. If they're playing their best, they get a 17-point lead, you know?
17-31. Every time someone speaks, it goes up.
Well, I haven't heard from Derek yet. And Derek, I mean, you're going to ring
22.
In? You said 22, yes.
Yep.
You did. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Oh, and it's. But did you see the Luftwaffe knocked off Illinois last night in overtime? So,
Philly, there should be a rule if you slip. I'm just saying. In the where the team was meeting, the opponent team, the visiting team was meeting, but they say the rule is you got to have your people wipe it down when they get off the court and get back in their seats. So it is your fault because they didn't have their people wipe it down.
You realize we lost like that twice last year in pretty close proximity. I don't know if they were road games or maybe one was a neutral site where like we slipped and it cost us possession. It was it may have been two consecutive games. And they were non-con games, I think. But we lost a couple games late in the beginning of the year in these non-con games because we had guys slip and fall, you know. So, hey, listen, it's really not. All I know is in the end, we needed Illinois to lose again, and now we can really take sights, really set sights on this regular season title, man. It's in our grasp. Just got to finish the deal, and right now. I think we're kind of through the doldrums of the regular season, and we're basically facing the middle of February when teams really start to round in shape and prime for postseason. So it's perfect timing. So I'm looking for a big performance tonight. You guys were bringing up this freaking list yesterday, and I brought up to my boy on the phone as I was waiting. How the hell are the Lions 16 and they had the Pittsburgh Steelers? Were they 10 or 12?
They made the playoffs, though.
Yep.
Dude.
They made the playoffs in Philly.
They're losing their quarterback and they got that slob as a coach. How are they better that's insane.
He's coming back. Everybody knows he's coming back except for you right now.
You really think he's coming back?
I think him and McCarthy having a moment, yes, that's going to happen.
I don't know.
You don't think he's coming back? You don't think he's coming back? Did you see Joey Porter went after Ben's what's his name? Big Ben?
No,
I did not see that.
You need to look that up. He went after him because he went after Mike. Big Ben was talking crap about Mike Tomlin.
Oh wow, okay. And who went after him? Joey Porter Jr.?
Joey Porter went after him.
Oh, okay.
Porter don't play that. You know he don't play that.
Yeah, Joey's a nut, man. He's a nut.
He is a nut. Exactly
Joey don't
right.
play that. And here you talk about his coach. I mean, come on now.
I got pretty.
I don't know. I just can't see how the Lions. Listen, they got some tweaks to make. I get it, but
whoa! It just ain't tweaks. This is no plug and play. This is an offensive line that is aging out. It's not. No.
So you sign a couple guys. What's the big deal?
They're not plug and play. That's why it's not plug and play. You don't just put them in and you get them to do what they do. It takes time to gel.
Listen,
Well,
all I know is they have a nucleus that's still in the prime of their career. I think they'll be fine. They just got to. Hey, listen, there was no bigger disaster than the Philadelphia Eagles 3 years ago.
Did you see the Super Bowl? Did you see the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I saw the Super
That's
Bowl.
exactly what they said. Yeah, we can do it. We don't need to help Will. Will will be fine. He's the weak link, coach. No, he's not. He can get it done. We just got to get the ball out of our hands quicker. Same thing.
Listen, I hear what you're saying. Clearly, that guy wasn't ready. Clearly.
He's been playing all year. He's been playing all year.
In the off season. You got to address that in the off season.
My question is, I think the Lions will be decent, but I'm not ready to anoint them to say that they're going to, win it all next year.
I'm not saying they're going to win it all.
I'm not saying that
I'm just
either.
saying they're 16th right now.
And that's about right in my mind. That's about right in my mind.
I think they're better than that. Come on, man. Come on. You got to be kidding me. They're better than that. They just
they
have an off-season plan to bring in some bodies. I mean, they can do it.
Philly E. That I was talking the other day. The kumbaya, all in Lions doing great, love one another days are over. Now reality is hitting them where they gotta. Montgomery wants out. He wants to become a starter somewhere, which is his right. And all the different things that affect the team are starting to hit the Lions now. They missed their window when everything was kumbaya and they loved one another and they made it to the NFC Championship, and that man blew it.
Well, by the way, I got to give you major props because you said something yesterday that you already know when I call, I got to squeeze 10 pounds of Scott down a 5-pound bag. I can't always do it. But you definitely touched on something I wanted to bring up from the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, our boy Sparty Dan should have learned a little bit of a lesson through watching that Super Bowl. It's okay to settle for free. It's okay to put points on the board and not be a drunken gambling fool and come away with nothing so many times that you leave somebody in the game.
Don't forget punts too. It's okay to punt.
No, and you got to punt the field because guess what? What's wrong with flipping the field when your special teams are that good and your defense is playing that well?
Yes.
And you have this quarterback spooked. Of course you flip the field.
That's right. But that's coaching. That's coaching football, like you said. Not a drunk gambling. That they didn't. Not one team. Either team went for a fourth down.
No, because guess what? You didn't have to. When you're the better football team, you don't have to take chances.
No.
You just go out there and play your game.
No.
You know what I mean? So kudos to you.
Play your game, get your points.
You definitely beat me to the punch.
Thank you, Philly. Yeah, I appreciate
that. Have enough time to even bring that up yesterday anyway. The other takeaway is, this whole thing about you need like this elite quarterback. This is the second year in a row now where people won with defense and running the football and special teams even, right? Especially Seattle. Didn't need the quarterback to throw for 400 yards and everybody, think he's the next Dan Marino or the next Tom Brady. And I hope my boy KOC took note to that because they need to. I keep hearing things about the Vikings and, they're bringing in options. They just listen. If we went through the growing pains of last year, you don't turn back now. So, yes, apparently Kirk the Jerk is going to get cut, and he's the perfect guy to come in here to just, mentor this kid because there's going to be a huge jump between what he was last year and this year. People even forget now, he's coming off a major knee injury, And there's the mental hurdle of that, being how many pounds underweight. And, and just a lot of things. Listen, the stars aligned. They were all bad, unfortunately, right? The interior guys that they all signed didn't work out. Both tackles, Darisaw coming off injury, wasn't ready to come back off injury. And the healthy one, O'Neal, he got injured. So too many things that went wrong.
Are we back on the? I knew we were back on the Vikings. I knew we were back on the Vikings because I heard
because they're still killing this kid. He's still getting killed in the media on a daily basis. And I'm going to tell you right now, and it's more, but like I said, KOC. And I said this at the very end of the show, but I'm going to bring it up. If you take those numbers from Darnold, 19 of 38 for 200 yards. If he puts those numbers in Kevin O'Connell's offense, do you think the Vikings are winning a Super Bowl with those numbers with his scheme? No, he's not. He's not.
Let me ask
4 times. He's not going to run the football because the guy won't run the football.
Philly, let me ask you this. Can I ask you something? Okay. Yeah. All right, you got Darnold, who won 14 games in Minnesota. Why do you let him out your door to go to another team and then they go and win the Super Bowl? So I think that's what got Quasi fired.
I have a theory on that.
As a quarterback,
the events of what happened. To me, the closest proximity of that firing was the re-signing of Flores. Pretty close proximity. Maybe, maybe, Flores was like, "Yo, bro, I'll come back for $6 million, but not with that guy." That's what I think. I have yet to hear a person breathe a word of that. That's just my theory on it. I think a lot of it had to do with Brian Flores. I really do.
I think it's the head coach thinking that he's a whisperer, a quarterback whisperer, and he can live with JJ. And I think I think that came back to haunt him. That you just don't let a winning quarterback out the door.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. They could have done this. And everybody says he could sign he could have franchised it. But here's the thing.
Right.
If you franchise him, then you're not going out and signing 3 guys in the interior offensive line. Now, the funny thing is the guys that they signed really didn't work out all that great. And, if you franchise them, you don't have the money to go out there and sign 2 guards and a center. You just don't.
Right. True.
So maybe that's what they were looking at.
Yeah, maybe so.
If you're going to start this kid, then you have to run what you think you can run to suit his skill set. Like I used to hear this with Borges on Sam's show. Like, you can't fall in love with your stuff. You scheme the guys open, but if the kid can't see, then guess what, dude? You can't run it. You got to run what this kid can execute. If you keep going, I called this was schemed, it was great. No, it's not great if they can't execute it. You got to run what the kid can run. They should have spoon-fed this kid instead of shoving a whole bag of freaking food in his face. Should have done it. Should have spoon-fed. They need to grow this kid, not drown him. And that's what KOC did. He got smart at the end of the year, but by then, freaking season's over. Yeah. Right. You need to run a lot more heavy sets. Yeah, you need to run the football more. A little late in the game, mid-December. But anyway.
True.
Philly, I just saw come across on Google that it's a betting chance that they trade Jefferson before the next season.
He probably went and asked for it.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I just saw it.
Well, you know what? I know everybody's going to think I'm crazy. I watched him every week. He didn't play well this year. He used to have an incredible catch radius. That catch radius wasn't there this year. And in fact, he dropped a couple lasers that were right in his hands for touchdowns. Like, that's just Justin Jefferson. I mean, he has dropped those balls. So forget the 50-50 ball. He wasn't getting those. but he was dropping balls that were right in his hands. But so is the other buffoon who keeps getting arrested. He was awful this year. Addison. He was awful this year. And plus, they got a mummy at tight end. That dude would trip over a cockroach. Frickin', what's his name? What's his name?
Yeah.
The old lion. The old lion.
Yeah, Ma Hawkinson. He'd trip over a cockroach. He's like a mummy out there. I mean, and come on, Aaron Jones. What's he, 50? Come on.
You're wrong.
What the hell? Jamie Morris, I got a great idea. What the hell? You lost weight, Mr. Plant-Based.
You're lost.
You know, why don't you report to Minnesota's camp this July?
No, we're not going to that. We're not doing any more. I do not.
Aaron Jones.
I do not like getting hit. Trust me.
No, you're like,
I know this might be tough for you Michigan folks to swallow, but the jury's still out on JJ, gentlemen.
well, of course, dude, this is only 10 starts. But I'm saying they handled him all wrong this year. And I said, part of it is, yeah, he needs to be more durable. But you saw what he looked like in the offseason last year. That kid, minimal 225 this year. They need to rock his ass up at 225, 227. And physically, he will be ready this year. But
I got you.
throwing teams last year, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. He will be a much better quarterback this year. But you got to adjust your game plan just a little bit. You can't be, Mr. Oh, we're the deep downfield attacking team. No, you got to have a little bit of a quick game. You got to run the ball.
I hear.
Go Blue.
Thanks, Phil.
All right. Take care, Philly.
That's going to do it for the show today. We really appreciate all the input, and we appreciate you. We're going to be back tomorrow. I'm not saying we're going to be off. We're going to be back tomorrow. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. What'd you say, Larry?
I just said yes to your response about tomorrow.
No, I just ordered Chick-fil-A. So that's why I said, what'd you say?
Oh, all right, man. Well, I'm hungry too. I'm gonna find something. You might entice me to go to Chick-fil-A. I haven't been there. I haven't been there in a while.
You ain't been there in a while. You might as well go on over there and check it out.
Check it out. Yeah, but there's always such a line, man. I don't feel like fighting that line.
If there's a line, but I order ahead, and then when I park in my space, they bring it to me.
They bring it out. Well, I might have to do that because the one out here I'm talking about, there's a line for days. I'm like, I ain't going to.
I know. I go to every town I go to. I find out where the Chick-fil-A is.
All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Talk to you.